Imagine you're watching a movie on your favorite streaming app. You hit play, and within seconds, the video starts. But that movie is not sitting inside your phone, it is stored on a server, maybe thousands of kilometers away. In that moment, your device sends a request, a message is made of zeros and ones across the internet asking for the movie data. The data races back to you in a countless small pieces called packets, and by the time your popcorn is ready, the screen is already alive with colors and sounds. That's the internet in action. Billions of zeros and ones moving through invisible highways every single second. Hi, I'm Satish Choudhary and welcome back to In Simple Terms, where we take complicated tech ideas and make them easy to understand. In the last episode, we learned how computers turn images, videos, and sounds into zeros and ones, how everything we see and hear becomes data. Now let's understand what happens when the data leaves your device. When you stream a movie, send an email, or browse a website, how does it travel across the world and come back in seconds? Let's understand what the internet really is. The internet is not one big computer. It is a network of networks, billions of devices linked by cables, Wi-Fi, satellites and massive fiber optic lines running under the oceans. Every device has a unique IP address like a house number. That's how routers, which are the internet's traffic manager, know where each piece of data should go. So when you send a message or an order, think of it like handing it to a digital postman. The postman knows the destination and figures out the quickest route through city streets or the local Wi-Fi, highways or the fiber network, or sometimes even air routes, which are the satellites. Now let's understand how data travels. Your message doesn't travel as one big package. It's split into smaller packets, each carrying part of your data plus a to and from address like envelopes inside a big shipment. The routers act as a sorting office. Each router reads the address and forwards the packet towards its destination. Packets can take different paths, but when they arrive, your computer puts them back together perfectly like reassembling a puzzle of 0 and 1. Now let's understand how to find the right address. When you type the website name, your computer did not actually know where the server lived. So it asked the domain name system or DNS to find out. DNS is like the phone book of the internet. You remember example.com but not the IP address. DNS takes the easy to remember name and looks up the matching IP address, telling your device exactly where to send those packets. And all this happens in milliseconds every time you open a website. Now let's try to understand how trust is built between your computer and the website you're trying to get information from. Before your computer and the website starts exchanging information, they perform a handshake. It is a quick digital greeting that says, "Are you really who you say you are? Or can we talk securely?" This all happens through a protocol called TLS or Transport Layer Security. Your device and the server exchange special cryptographic keys, unique code that both sides agree to use for the rest of the session. It's like our postman arriving at a gated house. Before handing over the letters, he checks the address, shows his ID, and the homeowner confirms it's safe to open the gate. Only then does the delivery begin. Once the handshake is done, all communication between you and the website is encrypted. Encryption scrambles your data into unreadable symbols using those secret key, and only the intended receiver can decode it. Even if someone intercepts a packet, they will see nothing but digital noise. It is like everybody knows that you are getting an email, but you don't know what's inside those mail. That little lock icon in your browser and the HTTPS before a web address tells you this encryption is active. It is the digital version of sealing every envelope with a special stamp that only the real recipient can break. So in simple terms, the internet works like the world's busiest postal system, but one that moves at the speed of light. Every click, message and payment is a collection of zeros and ones packed into tiny digital envelopes. They travel across cables, satellites and routers, guided by DNS lookup, protected by handshakes and sealed with encryption. So the next time you hit send, imagine a tiny postman racing through invisible highways, delivering your bits safely to their destinations. In the next episode, we'll explore how AI and blockchain still speak binary and see how even the smartest technology today are built on the same simple foundation. Thanks for listening to In Simple Terms with Satish. Subscribe, share this with a friend, and join me again as we continue to make the complicated simple. Thank you.